Okay, so welcome again. So we move to the 6 Ps of copywriting. The 6 Ps of copywriting. Please pay attention because they are key if you really want to learn copywriting. These 6 Ps are key, as in they are key to copywriting. You must know it. The 6 Ps are also interwoven. They are interrelated. I tell people these 6 Ps are like your tangerine, like your orange. Before you peel an orange, everything is together. But especially the tangerine, when you peel off the back part of it, it will remain the inside. And when you open the inside, you see the layers. Those layers, can be in pieces of 5, 6, 7, 8, depending on how big the tangerine is. So that's exactly how the 6 Ps of copywriting is. They are all interwoven, interrelated, and they are together. They deal with each other. You can't remove one, one cannot work in isolation. So the number 1 P we are going to look at is problem. Human beings have a lot of problems. There are so many problems, no matter the name you call it. You can call it challenges, you can call it needs, you can call it wants, you can call it anything, but those are the problems of human beings. Some people have problem of health. They are ill, they are sick, they have issues with their health. Some people, it can be they are not fit, they are overweight. Some people have problem with their relationship. It can be relationship with husband, with wife, with girlfriend, with boyfriend, with mother, with father, with family members, uncles, sisters. That's a relationship problem. People have problem in wealth, in area of money. I don't have enough. I can barely feed my family. I can barely take care of myself. That's a wealth problem. There are different problems human beings have. Some people have, security problem, several problems. So, in copywriting, if you want to be a good copywriter, you must have an eye to see people's problem. You must have an intuition of knowing what exactly do people need in this particular area and how will I solve their problem. As a matter of fact, it is when you are able to identify people's problem, and problems are actually in levels. Some people's problem are, maybe the same problem, but one person's own is higher than the other person. So it depends on how painful at that point that problem is. So they are all in levels. So as a copywriter, you must be able to identify what problem people have. If you are able to identify if you're able to identify what their problem is, I tell you, you will make money and make it big time. So that is problem. And please note that, when people are actually buying any product, they are not buying it because they love that product just for its own sake. They are buying it because they want to solve a deep problem that is attached to them. They want to use it to solve a problem that is personal to them. That is number 1 P. Number 1 P is problem. And as a copywriter, you must always identify what problem that people have. If you move on the streets or you are somewhere, make sure you have an eye, an intuitive eye of seeing a need, of seeing something that is not available in that particular place, and find a way you can provide that thing. That is how you can actually make money. That's how you can market a product and actually use it to make a lot of money. That's number 1 P. Number 2 P is product. Number 2 P is product. Like I told you, the 6 Ps are actually interrelated. They are interrelated. Without a product, they can never be problem can never be solved. For you to solve a problem, you must use a product. And when I say product can be your service, product can be physical product can be digital product, depending on what products you are dealing in. Your service is also your products. And I said you can only use a product to solve a problem. If you don't have a product, problem cannot be solved. And I mentioned that somebody has a health challenge. That's why they go to the hospitals, because the doctors are there, the nurses are there to actually solve the problem of health. That's why they are there, and they get their money for the service being rendered. Somebody also is overweight. Somebody has, want to keep fit, want to look slim, want to look, smart. and he goes to the gym, or he buys a product that will make him to reduce weight, he's not buying that product just for buying sake. He's buying it because he wants to solve a problem. So that product is actually solving the problem that is deep for him, that is personal to him. That is product. And without a product, there's no copywriting. Copywriting actually deals with product and problems, because you write as a copywriter because you have a product that is going to solve somebody's problem. I hope you are getting the gist. Yeah, that's number 2P. Then number 3P is people. Number 3P is people. It is human beings that owns the problems. It is human beings that has those problems we are talking about. The problems are not in animals. Problems are not in trees. Problems are not in the sky. Problems are not on the ground. Problems are with human beings. So you are actually dealing with people. That's the 3rd P. You are dealing with people, and it is people that owns the problems that the product will solve. I hope you are getting it. People owns the problem that the product is going to solve. So people are the 3rd P of copywriting. And you must know how people behave. As a copywriter, we said you must know the strategic words and then the patterns for which human beings behave, and you can use it to your own advantage. If you want to be a good copywriter, you must be able to know how people behave, because it is how people behave that you can be able to use it to your own advantage, getting a product that can solve their problem. As we know, people buy, with emotions, and then they justify it with logic. People buy with emotion and justify it with logic. People are the ones, they know what a particular problem is causing for them, and then they know how they can solve that particular problem with a particular product. So as you as a copywriter, your job is to make sure that you identify those people who actually have the problem that your product is going to solve. When you're able to identify them in large quantity, I tell you, you can market your product to them and get money paid to your account, and you receive it and chop it. I hope you are getting it. That is people. And also, you must be able to identify actually the deep problem of people. Don't think that a particular thing you feel is what you know as a problem is what they have. Some people have a particular problem, they don't even know they have it. Or they overlook it because it's not really pain. It's not pain. It's not a pain point to them yet. And so if you give them a product, they just overlook it. They may not actually pay attention to it because that problem is not yet a painful problem for them. So you must be able to identify what exactly is the pain point of people that you are actually attending to. Because if it is a pain point, that means they are ready to solve that problem. So that is number 3P of copywriting. Are you there? I hope you are following. Okay, so number 4P is place. Number 4P is place. Place is where your target audience is gathered. Your target audience, where are they gathered? Where do they congregate? You must know where they are. If you don't know where your target market is, you will not be able to know how to reach out to them with the product you have already made to solve their problem. Don't forget I said they are all interwoven. Hope you are still there. So place is where your target market is located, where they congregate, where they meet. You must be able to identify it as a copywriter. You must be able to identify it as a good marketer, as a good person who wants to sell, as a salesman. You must be able to identify where your target market is gathered. That is when you'll be able to take the product to them and get your product, get their problem being solved. I use this example very often. And I tell you, I use the example of the guys who sell things on the traffic, on the hold up. You have those guys, they sell drinks, they sell snacks, they sell water, and then compare it to somebody who owns a shop on the street. The person who owns a shop on the street selling the same thing, the same snacks, the same water, the same drinks, the same products with the guys who sell on the hold up. Now, compare the two of them. Who do you think is going to make more sales each day? Who do you think is going to make more sales? Of course, your guess is as good as mine. The guys on the traffic they sell more than the person who is on the street. Now, come to think of it, those guys do not rent a shop, they don't pay for light, they don't pay for tables and chairs, they don't buy fan, they don't make the shop comfortable. No, they don't invest in such. All they need is just a container to take their snacks around, the container to take the water. That's all they need, and they are good to go. Now, the person who is on the street will have to rent a shop, pay for the shop, put lights in it, put fan, at least make it comfortable, put shelves, put freezer, put all of those things, pay a lot of money. The investment there is much more. And at the end of the day, the person who didn't invest will actually make more money than them. Now, what is the difference? The difference is place. The difference is place. Because the guys knows where their target market is and they push their product right in front of their target market. When in the evening, when people are coming back from work, from different places, people almost close at the same time towards the evening time, and everybody's going home at the same time. That's what actually causes the traffic. And then people are thirsty, they are hungry, and they are not yet home. The next thing you do as somebody who is thirsty, who is hungry, is for you to just take a drink or take snacks, at least something to just hold you before you get to your house. Those are the things. And people are many on the road. That is the reason why those guys sell a lot of things. So what it means in essence is that you have a good product that can solve people's problem. You need to actually move it to where your target market is for you to be able to sell it in large quantity. If you have a good product and you keep it at home, if you have a good product, you don't move it to where your target market is, then you will not be able to make the right money you are supposed to make. I hope you are getting it. Now, that is number 4P. The number 5P is price. Number 5P is price. I want you to pay attention to this. There are two things you need to know about price. Two things you must understand about price. The first thing is that the value of your products. Make sure you know the value of your product. If you don't know the value of your product, your customers will tell you the value, or somebody else will tell you the value, because human beings actually places the value of a product depending on depending on the problem that the product is solving for them. If it's not solving a big problem for them, they will not place a big value on it. If it's solving a big problem for them, they will place a higher value on that product. That is the way people behave. That's the way human beings think. And that's the reason why you see people go to the hospital, they pay a lot of money because they value their health. And that's the reason why when you go to the hospital, you are not even looking for any treatment. You are not actually sick, but you just need an advice from doctor just for consultancy. Doctors can charge you up to 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, depending on where you are. Maybe up to $500 just for consultation. Few minutes consultation. That consultation may not be even up to 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you are out. The doctor will charge. Why do human beings pay such an amount of money for few minutes service? Because they value their health. Because you value your life. Because you value your health. That is why you can pay such an amount of money. So people place a value on a particular product based on the problem that is being solved for them. I hope you are getting it. Now, the second thing you need to know about price is the strategy of placing your price. There's a strategy that some of these big malls are using, and that's what you need to know as a copywriter. The strategies are what we call 0.999 or 0.990 strategy, which is the fact that just removing a tiny part of your price can actually bring lots and lots and lots of customers to buy your products. You can see a product that's supposed to be $3,000 or $2,000 or 2,000 naira, and then you see that product somewhere else. If you go to ShopRite or you go to Jendol or you go to some of these big malls, you see that same price that others are charging 3,000. You see it as 2990. That is 2,990 or 2,950. That's 2,950. The reason they have removed that little is the fact that they want to use it to get a lot of people. And you see loads and loads of people going there and saying their price is cheap. The difference is just 50. Difference is just 10. Most of them, the difference is just 10. And you see people travel distances and even spend more money on transport, spend fuel, and they get to that place just because of 10 naira difference. Just because of the little difference of them. The reason is because, human beings, like I said, you must know the way human beings behave. When human beings see the first number in the brain is the highest number, not minding what the rest are. Once you see the first number, of course, you know that when you see 2 as first number and you see 1 somewhere else, you know that 1 is cheaper. That's the way people think. They are not there to actually reason out, okay, the only difference is 10, the only difference is 50. They are not there to reason it out. What you just know, is 2, the other one is 1, 1 is cheaper. They just go there. That's human beings for you. So you must understand this strategy. And when you understand it, you will sell a lot of products. People will be keen to buy your product, thinking that the price is actually very cheap. Meanwhile, it is not actually that cheap. That's number 5. Then the last P is promotion. Promotion is pushing your brand out. Push your brand out. Put yourself out. Let people see what you have. Let people see you. Let people know you. I usually use an example of a smart guy who graduated from the university. You are a smart guy. You graduated with a first class. You collected all the gifts. First. Best in the faculty, best in the department, best in this course, best in that course, best in this. You got all the best, and then you are done with your service. You are at home. You need a job, but you don't call uncles, you don't call aunties, you don't go online, you don't send out your CV. You are just there because you are the best. They know you are the smartest person. The job will just come. I'm telling you, you will get rotten with your certificate at home. Nothing will happen. You must be able to go out, call all the uncles, call all the aunties, tell them you are done. Go all out, go to the internet, submit your CVs, search for jobs, keep moving out, go out, tell people about, what you have, tell them what you can do, push yourself out. That's the only way you can get out. If you have a good product, your product is the best, your service is the best, but you keep it within you, nobody will buy your service. Nobody will pay for your product. You must promote yourself. You must promote your brand. You must promote your products. You must promote it. Promotion is key. If you want people to know how good your product is, how good your service is, don't keep it. I see a lot of people say, I cannot come online. I don't want them to know. I don't want them to see my face. I don't want this. I don't want that. You are not helping yourself. If you have a good product, push it out. Let them know it. Let them see. That's the only way you can sell it. Make your money in large quantity. These are the 6 Ps of copywriting. I'm sure you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to smash the bell, so that whenever I release a video, you will always see it. I hope you enjoyed it as I did myself.